Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
The history of the woodcock begins far back in the evolutionary timeline of wading birds, within a group that gradually adapted to life between wetlands and forests. Woodcocks belong to the family Scolopacidae, the same family that includes sandpipers, snipes, and other shorebirds. Millions of years ago, early members of this family evolved along muddy coastlines and shallow wetlands, where long legs and probing bills provided a feeding advantage. Over time, while many relatives remained tied to open shores, a particular lineage began moving inland, adapting to wooded landscapes and soft forest floors. From this shift, the ancestors of modern woodcocks emerged. As forests spread across Europe, Asia, and North America during ancient climatic periods, these birds gradually developed traits suited to life under tree cover rather than open water. Their bodies became compact and rounded, allowing easy movement through dense undergrowth. Their legs shortened compared to other waders, better suited for walking rather than wading. At the same time, their long, straight bills remained, perfectly adapted for probing moist soil for hidden prey. This combination of forest mobility and specialized feeding equipment became the foundation of the woodcock's unique ecological niche. One of the most distinctive evolutionary features of the woodcock is its camouflage. Over countless generations, natural selection shaped its plumage into intricate patterns of brown, gray, black, and tan. These colors mimic fallen leaves, bark, and forest debris with remarkable precision. When motionless, a woodcock becomes almost invisible against the forest floor. This camouflage developed as a response to heavy predation pressure from hawks, foxes, and other hunters. Instead of relying on speed alone, woodcocks evolved to depend first on stillness and concealment, flying only when absolutely necessary. The woodcock's eyes also reveal its evolutionary history. Positioned high and far back on the head, the eyes provide nearly panoramic vision, allowing the bird to detect predators from almost any direction. This unusual eye placement is rare among birds and reflects a long adaptation to ground living, where threats can approach from above or behind. Combined with sensitive hearing and a cautious nature, this visual arrangement greatly increases survival. Feeding behavior played a major role in shaping the woodcock's development. Woodcocks evolved to feed mainly on earthworms, insects, and other small invertebrates hidden beneath the soil. Their long bills contain specialized nerve endings that allow them to detect movement underground. The tip of the bill can open independently while inserted into the soil, enabling them to grasp prey without fully withdrawing the beak. This remarkable sensory and mechanical adaptation reflects millions of years of evolutionary refinement for life on the forest floor. As climates fluctuated during ice ages and warming periods, woodcocks developed migratory habits. Populations breeding in colder northern regions began traveling south during winter to avoid frozen ground where feeding would be impossible. Over time, these seasonal movements became deeply ingrained. Woodcocks now undertake regular migrations between breeding and wintering grounds, guided by instinct, environmental cues, and the availability of soft soil for feeding. Breeding behavior in woodcocks evolved to suit their secretive lifestyle. Rather than nesting in open colonies, they breed alone or in widely spaced territories. Males perform elaborate aerial displays at dusk and dawn, flying in spirals and producing distinctive whistling and chirping sounds with their wings and voice. These display flights evolved as a way to attract mates and establish territory without direct confrontation. Once mating occurs, the female builds a simple nest on the ground, hidden among leaves and vegetation. She incubates the eggs and raises the chicks with minimal assistance, relying on camouflage and stealth to protect them. Woodcock chicks develop quickly after hatching. Their cryptic coloring appears almost immediately, allowing them to blend into their surroundings. The ability to walk and feed soon after birth reflects adaptation to ground nesting, where vulnerability is high. Rapid growth increases survival chances in environments filled with predators. Lifespan patterns in woodcocks reflect the challenges of their habitat. In the wild, they typically live between 3 and 7 years, although some individuals survive longer. Their survival depends heavily on successful camouflage, safe migration routes, and stable forest ecosystems. Despite relatively short lifespans compared to larger birds, their high reproductive rate helps maintain population stability. The history of the woodcock is ultimately a story of transition from water to woodland, from open spaces to hidden shadows. Through millions of years, this bird transformed from a typical shorebird ancestor into a master of camouflage and ground living. Its compact body, probing bill, sensitive senses, and secretive habits reflect an evolutionary journey shaped by the quiet demands of forest life. Today, the woodcock remains a living example of how adaptation can guide a species into a specialized yet successful path, thriving not through brightness or noise, but through patience, concealment, and precise connection with the earth beneath its feet.